90% of world trade rides inside one tracked steel box. Same corners, same locks, same number. It fits any crane, truck, or ship on Earth. Let's follow one box from a factory to your door. Before this box existed, cargo was loose crates and sacks. Dock workers hauled every piece by hand, and loading one ship took days. Then one standardized box cut loading costs by over 90% and stitched the world's factories together. The whole trick hides in what makes these boxes identical. Start with the box itself. The common one is 40 feet long, 8 feet wide, and 8.5 feet tall. Its shorter cousin is 20 feet, the unit everyone counts ships in. At each of its 8 corners sits a steel block with an oval hole, called a corner casting. A twist lock drops into that hole and turns a quarter circle to grab. That is the whole secret. Because those castings sit in exactly the same spot on every box, any crane, any truck bed, any train car can grab any box the same way. One 40-footer can carry up to about 30 tons of goods. Every measurement, the corners, the holes, the height, is set by a worldwide standard. So a box built in one country locks perfectly onto equipment on the other side of the planet. Nothing about the cargo inside matters to the machines. They only ever see the same steel corners. But an identical box raises a problem. If they all look alike, how does anyone tell them apart? So each box gets a name. At the factory, workers pack it full. The trade calls this stuffing, then swing the doors shut and thread a numbered bolt seal through the locking bars. Snap it, and no one can open those doors without visibly breaking it. Then the box is assigned an 11-character code, 4 letters and 7 digits, set by a standard called ISO 6346. The letters name the owner. The digits are unique. That code is the box's identity for its entire working life, often 20 years. A booking links that number to a shipping line and a voyage, the way a ticket links you to a flight. From that moment, the box is trackable. A truck or a train hauls it from the factory gate to the origin port, the first tracked handoff in the chain. The number gets logged as it leaves. Here's the thing that makes all of this work. From now on, the code, not the cargo, is what the entire system follows. But logging a number is easy on land. What happens when the box reaches the water? At the port, the water is where the muscle shows up. A ship-to-shore gantry crane rolls out over the dock, a steel giant taller than the ship itself. It lowers a spreader that grabs the box by those same 4 corner castings, lifts it off the truck chassis, and swings it over the water onto the vessel. A good crane places 30 to 40 boxes an hour, and a big terminal runs several cranes on one ship at once. That matters because a large modern vessel now carries more than 20,000 of these boxes, stacked and locked together like Lego bricks, some below deck, some towering above it. You cannot just pile them anywhere. Heavy boxes go low, light ones go high, and the ones getting off first go where a crane can reach them fast. So before a single box moves, stowage software plans the exact slot for everyone by weight and by destination port, so the ship stays balanced and nothing gets buried. Thousands of boxes, each with an assigned address on a floating grid. But once the ship sails, how does anyone still know where your box is? Here's how you keep a box in sight across an ocean. Every time it passes a gate or a crane moves it, the 11-character number is scanned, and the terminal's computers fire off a short digital message to the shipping line. It uses a standard format called EDI, so port systems in different countries all understand it. That builds a running trail of events. Loaded, sailed, arrived. The ship itself broadcasts its position constantly over a radio system called AIS, the same signal that public ship tracking maps read. More and more boxes now carry their own small sensor that reports location directly. On a refrigerated box, a reefer, that sensor also reports the inside temperature, so a load of salmon or vaccines stays exactly cold enough the whole way. When you ship goods, you get a document called a bill of lading, and printed on it is that same container number. Punch it into the carrier's website, and you watch your box hop from port to port across a 2 to 4 week voyage. The cargo is sealed in the dark. The number is doing all the talking. And when the ship finally lands, now the box comes home. Before it can leave the arrival port, customs has to clear it. Officers pull up the container number and match it against the manifest, the declared list of what's inside, and only then is the box released. A gantry crane lifts it off the ship and drops it onto a truck chassis. From here begins what the industry calls the last mile, though it is often hundreds of miles. A truck drays the box to an inland rail hub or straight to a distribution warehouse. At the warehouse, the doors finally open and the box is emptied out, unstuffed. Everything that traveled the ocean as one sealed unit now splits apart. Your specific item gets scanned onto a pallet, sorted, boxed into a parcel, and handed to a local delivery carrier. The single steel box becomes thousands of separate packages fanning out across a region. One of them lands on your doorstep. And here is why every step of that could happen at all. So what actually made this whole journey possible? Not the cranes, not the ship, not any one port. It was a single agreement. The box is always the same shape, and it always carries the same kind of number. Because every crane grips identical corners, and every computer reads the same 11 characters. A machine in one country and a machine in another can hand the box back and forth without ever pausing to ask questions. They already speak the same language. That shared standard is why a factory in Asia can reach your front door in a few weeks for pennies of shipping per item. The real infrastructure of global trade was never the biggest ship or the busiest harbor. It is the tracked steel box itself, a boring, identical unit that turned the whole planet into one warehouse. One box, same corners, same number everywhere on Earth. That is the entire idea. Next time a truck passes you on the highway, read the 11 characters on the side of its container. You now know exactly what that code is doing. Next up, how a refrigerated box keeps salmon frozen across an entire ocean.